Hey everybody, I'm so excited to be visiting with you here for just a few minutes this evening. I wanted to share a fun activity that Terry and I just literally completed 10 minutes ago. And I want to share it because it has me so excited. But before I do, I'm going to start with this. A dear friend of mine gave me this when I left my job this summer. It says, my goal is to create a life I don't need a vacation from. And isn't that why we set goals? Is to just continue to create the life that brings us joy. So if you're like us, every year you sit down and you create goals in different categories that are important to you. Well, this year we are adding to that challenge, and we're actually sitting down, or we did sit down, and we did a brainstorming session of all the accomplishments that we could think of that happened in 2020 within these areas of focus. So I'll tell you the areas of focus. We wrote down things that accomplishments in our finances, in our business, in our careers, in our relationships, both personal and professional. We wrote down accomplishments in a category called content created, our health, and our personal development. We actually also wrote down some accomplishments in our spiritual growth, which for us is an important category. And so after we did that brainstorming session, now I will tell you, this is without looking at the goals that we set out for 2020. And that was an accident, but hindsight, I'm really glad we did it this way, because we then pulled out our goals from 2020, and it was amazing to see how the pandemic diverted our focus and how quickly we were able to pivot some of our behaviors to stay progressing along our goals. And we may have done some of that subconsciously, but because it was written down and planned ahead of time, our minds are fixers and they're going to move towards what you believe. So after we did the exercise of writing down all of our accomplishments, we asked ourselves some questions. What did we find ourselves enjoying more this year than we expected? What new skills did we learn or discover? What did people ask us to do or pay us to do differently than before? What people pay us to do or ask us to do, or how they introduce us to other people, will give us some really priceless insight on how people see our value. We wrote down what surprised us the most. That was kind of fun to look at. We looked for commonalities between the accomplishments that we had. And now what we're doing is we are taking the insights that we learned, the changes that we made in our life this past year, that is truly leading us to the priorities that we want in 2020. And we will be creating our life through our words and on paper now this week, and then we'll be walking it out over the next 12 months. But this was such a valuable exercise. I just had to share it with you. I hope you guys have fun planning and creating opportunities, or being prepared for opportunities that cross your path. If you do these type of exercises, you will find so many opportunities coming your way that you're prepared for. How many years have gone by where opportunity has come, but because you haven't been prepared, you've missed out. So this is a surefire way to increase the opportunities that you're prepared for. Enjoy 2021. Looking forward to spending the year with you guys. Love you so much.